Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rob here. Catch you up on my diesel heater project from Vevor. I know this is flipped backwards, but I'm gonna flip and flip and flip and flip. But I just did a video because I got my hole saws, but my old arbor or mandrel, whatever you call this, didn't fit, so I had to go. I picked one up on Amazon for the bigger hole saws right here, right? So that's another video if you want to check that out. Here we are at the project right here. I did clip, this is the battery, I mean the 12-volt wire, right? So I have to clip it right there because we're gonna drill through the board back there, right? And then I clipped the wire, right? That's the mount and everything that was on the front of it, right? It was right there on the front. I took off the mount and I extended the wire with the clip, right? Extend the wire with the clip. It's the same length, I think, as the battery cable. And then there's the clip to it right there. So this hole is going to be drilled on this side. It's going to be a 1-inch hole through on this side, and I'm going to stuff it with insulation. This is going to be a 4-inch hole. This is 3-inch, but it's going to be a 4-inch hole because a 3-inch is going to go on the inside of a 4-inch tube right there. There's going to be a door right here that comes halfway, and a door right here that comes halfway. And the reason for the doors are so you can see the fuel fill up. Now I'm going to cut a hole right now because the cap is right there, so I'm going to have a door right here to get the cap. So I want a door to go up or backwards, but more than likely up, where I can access the cap to twist it, and then the doors on the side that I could open sideways that I can make sure I don't overfill it. One of the guys said his big problem was that he overfilled his in the box, and seeing that I'm bringing in fresh air from the outside, I know if you recirculate the air, it gets warmer faster, yada yada yada. But if I'm bringing in fresh air from the outside, he spilled diesel gas inside of his box because he had no way to see this, and that actually smell came in the inside, so we wound up having to reroute it and recirculate it. So this is step by step, little by little. Right now I'm going to cut the hole in the top. I got a marker right now, so I'm marking where the feet are going to be. Alright, marking where the feet are going to be, because I am going to screw the feet in, and then actually I'm going to have to measure where the exhaust is, because I'm going to have to cut the hole for the exhaust. So since that's in place, I'm kind of eyeballing where I'm going to have to drill the hole at. And I just got, the largest I got is a 4¼ inch hole bit that I'm going to drill through here. But then if need be, if my hand don't fit right or whatever, then I'm going to just use not a circular saw, a jigsaw kind of to figure it out. Let's put this on the ground, drill this out. Since I had to take this out and I drilled the line of where this was going to be, I could actually measure to find out. I'm between 5 and 10. So if I put this down right here, line to line, I know between 5 and 10 is where I got to cut out. Between 5 and 10, that's the width of this right here, and then I'm going to measure the width of this. So if I finish this circle right here and right here, there's what I'm going to have to cut out right there. It got to be at least 6 inches around right here. Alright. Here we go. Harbor Freight bimetal hole saw, take 1. Some people said I'm only going to get 1 cut out of this. I don't think so. I got the hole mark right there that I'm going to need. Let me raise the speed to that. Get some speed behind it. Perfect. Man, that thing was so worth the $18. Although I spent the extra $10 on the mandrel. Let's go ahead and see if this works. Alright, so there's the V-vert here. Now I can see it from here, but will I be able to unscrew it from here? Yeah, perfect. Okay, and the pump could go right down in there. And then that's going to have a lid on it, but I got to put a waterproof gasket around it because I don't want water going in there. And then, now what I bought for that is a liquid transfer pump. One of this. So that's actually going to go into the top of that, push the button, and pump it out of the gas can. Alright, now I can see right here where I got to start the hole. So as long as I get this thing through this is my work table anyways, I'm good to go. So I'm going to start this right in here and then flip it over. Hopefully it went through. Did it go through? No, it didn't go through yet. Almost. Okay, now I can flip it over. Hopefully I got the hole on the other side. Right there. Get you back down there. Are you? These are the Harbor Freight saws. This is a Craftsman drill, but it's stopping on me. So I can know exactly where the hole is going to be. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. Although, that's 4 1/4, and I want this about 6 inches. So I got to get my vibrating saw to go around. Why this hole has to be bigger is because it's for the exhaust. The exhaust on the diesel heater. You got this is your fresh air intake, and this is your exhaust pipe. So that's your exhaust. So that's why this is gonna have to be bigger. I think they recommend 6 inches, and then I'm going to put a steel duct tape around that. All right. There's the vent hole at the bottom, and that has to be bigger because this is where the exhaust pipe is going to come out of, and the air valve. The exhaust pipe, this is the fresh air is going to come in here, so the exhaust pipe is going to be venting that way, and then probably right around here is going to be the fresh air intake, but the exhaust pipe, I got a big 16-foot one to go that way. Alright, since I'm down here right now, this is the side that's going to be screwed facing in the window, so no water is really going to get here, but everything else I'm sanding, because I'm going to put a coat of all-in-one primer paint on it, because it will get wet and the weather will get to it. So I'm just going to give a light sanding all around it, because I am going to put a couple coats of paint on it. So I'm just saying this as I got on the floor, and then next time. Alright, check this out. I had this odd shape of wood right here for the longest of times that was cut up there, see? And it fits perfect on what I'm going to need for 2 doors, right? I'm going to cut it, I'm going to line it and cut it on the outside line to give me a little bit of space on the inside line for the doors, but they're going to be 2 locking doors that open and close. This is the bottom, and then the other side's the top. But right now I'm just going to outline this because I'm going to cut that. Alright, so I outlined the speaker. And like I said, this board I had for about 10 years. It's such an odd shape. But I had a big panel here, a big panel here, a big panel there. So after I cut the piece I need, I will separate this panel from that panel so I can store them easier. I got my Craftsman 20 volt. This is an old, look how old this Diablo blade is. But I still use it. It still works good. That's a Diablo blade. I swear by Diablo blades on Craftsman products. Alright, so this is the speaker, the way the door is going to go on it. About 29 inches long. So at 14.5 is where I'm going to cut it. So this could be one door and this could be one door. And then I'm going to put a lock in the middle. Alright, so I'm making my doors here. I'm probably going with one of these on each side. You see I got all this extra stuff. If I push down on this, I think it's going to work really good. It's going to get enough in the meat in here, and it's wide enough to handle this little door, half a door right here. So I want to put one of these on this side, one of these on that side over there. And this is the type of lock that's going to go in the middle, but I need this size, but I got to find this size to that. So I sure got it around here somewhere. So that's what the doors are going to look like. Alright, so there we go with one of them. They have a little cheapy box of screws, Duracell screws. Perfect on here, right here. Nothing, little angle grinder did a fix right there. But I have to watch now when I put this other door in that I'm going to have the little gap. Remember I told you I cut it right down the line to have the little gap? Got to make sure I got that little gap. If not, I'm going to have to close them and just go through with the sawzall, not a sawzall, vibrating saw to make sure I got a big enough gap in there. I am going to have to sawzall it a little bit. You see, oh, I know it fits pretty good actually. Look at that. Fits in there. Those are the ones that I got to angle grind off. And see the little pad right there? These screwed right into that. So this is actually just for me to be able to kind of monitor it and look at, oh yeah, I am going to have to, with a just vibrating saw, get a little bit wider gap in there. Oh, let me get those cut down first, then I'll see where I'm going wrong at. Alright, so this is a little bit tight in here. It's perfect. You see, it's perfect. So I've got a saw. I normally have the arch one, but I can't find it. So I'm just going to go inside of here with a vibrating saw. Just to give myself more room, just in case it swells up. But with a vibrating saw, I'm just going to open it up. Just widen it up a little bit. So when you open it, this one isn't as stiff as this. This hinge is better. This hinge is really sturdy. This hinge is kind of wobbly, but I'll deal with it. Government standards right there. Opens and closes. Let's set it up. Alright, so there we are for today. I don't got the thing to hold it in place right now. I am going to buy a lock to put right here. The one I got is not available right now in my basement, so they're going to open up and they're closed. This one's the one that's a little bit chueco. It's a little bit crooked, but if you put them in together and put it up, it's perfect. So all I need to open it up for, really, after it's mounted and in place, all I need to open it up for is you gotta see the fuel lines. And check out the top. I had an extra 4-inch round. Fits right in the top of that. I put Teflon tape on that, and I'm just gonna put a little, I got a 2.5 pound weight I could put up there, so that's what that is. So these are gonna be my 12 volt coming into the house on a long line. So this side is going to have a hole drilled through, 1-inch hole. And then I got the long line for the control that's going to get mounted inside the house. I'm going to try it outside first. After I mount it, then I'm going to drill the hole on this side, because this is where the vent's going to go. Right here behind the air intake right there. And more than likely, I am going to put an air filter just in between right here. If we look on the bottom, there's your exhaust pipe right there. The one on the, what is this? The left is the intake and the right is the exhaust. So I am going to put this hole on this side. I'm going to drill it out a little bit further, since that is the exhaust pipe right there. That right there is the exhaust pipe. That's the hottest part on this whole thing, that exhaust pipe. If you can see right in here, that's what the air blows over. There's a little combustion chamber, a little tiny combustion chamber of diesel right here that goes straight out, and then it blows the fan over that, and the hot air elbows into the house right here. There's a blocked in window right here. So I'm gonna, after I mount the speaker, I'm gonna drill, and the one drill hole that's gonna come through here is where the 4-inch vent is. Then further this way, that's where the controls and the battery wire is gonna come in through. I gotta clean them off, but there's the hose that connects this. This is actually gonna get cut down a little bit, but it does fit already. I did check it. It connects to the front mount. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry. The black hose itself gets wire clamped on, and then this is where I'm gonna cut it and turn it, where my 4-inch hole is gonna be. So that's gonna be directing it into the house, into the 3-inch right here. I got the 3-inch and to the 4-inch. So this is actually gonna be, this bit is gonna be closer to this, and this is what's gonna be sticking out of that little hole right there. None of that is going to get drilled out till the box is mounted, and that's another day. This is going to get clamped straight to the 12-volt battery. I got a marine battery. This is the controls. This is my reach-in to take it off and fill it up. So far, that's where I'm at. Thank you for following along. Subscribe, like, and share if you want to see us start up.